Welcome. All right, what a lovely group. Geez, I could just. Can this be it? Oh, dear. Oh, man. Well, how's everyone doing? Good. I'm surprised there's this many people alive taking stock of the outside world these days. Just to welcome everyone. I get so much love for you people. And then, of course, the Shabda pours through, and I'm surprised I can even talk sometimes. I really am. I was telling one of the office workers that, geez, all I got to do is get up on the stage and just open my mouth. That's all I have to do. The rest is done for me. But sometimes it's very powerful, but it's always very, very loving. And when I see people like you who are anxious to find out who you are and where you're going and the purpose of your life and working hard to spiritualize your consciousness, it's very, very inspiring. Very inspiring. Thank you for your attendance. And those there on the internet, much love, welcome. And on the phone, much love to you. I just want to give a quick, I am so apolitical. I am. It's absolute poison. Do I have to make a case for that to any of you people? It's poison. You got to stay above the political fray. I'm ashamed when any of my chelas get too political. I'm literally ashamed. I've seen it on the website a couple times. You don't want to go there. You got to stay above the political fray. It's Cal's playground. You're not a Democrat. You're not a Republican. You're a Chela. It's that simple. Now, you can be whatever you want. If you want to be a Republican, a Democrat, fine. But then you're not following the principles of spirituality. You're identifying with something. I'm going to get down on you a little bit if you think you're a man or a woman. No, you're not a man or a woman. You're a soul. You got to get the right attitude, the right state of consciousness, or it's just not going to gel. It's going to be a fairy tale. But on the political scene, I want you to be careful and stay above it. You have no business dealing with political situations. That's not your business. That puts you into the world. And what you are trying to do is get out of the world. So put a new level of discipline on yourself. If some of you are political or have gotten caught up in it, I don't mind if one stays abreast of political situations, knows the condition of the world. That's not all bad. But if you start identifying with it or get into arguments or start bad-mouthing or judging other people for how they politically believe, then you've gotten in way too deep. And the world out there is on fire. Highly, highly polarized. It might even get worse. And it's not all bad. A lot of times, masters actually try and generate such polarization just to burn off a lot of dross and to get people thinking and analyzing their points of view and this type of thing. But as my chelas, please be careful and monitor and discipline yourself not to go down that road and take it up. Stay above it. Like I said last September, don't get in the river. Get up on the bank and watch all these political parties and ideals flow right on by. That's not who you are. It should make no difference to you at all. The world's not going to change. It's on fire. It's polarized. It swings from one extreme to the other, back again, back and forth, back and forth. This is the backdrop that soul learns its experiences, life itself, but you don't want to get caught up in it. Okay, you're a Chela, not a Democrat, independent, or a Republican. And you should not care in the least who gets elected or who doesn't. Policies that are made or ones that are not. You shouldn't. Who cares? I mean, if you really care, fine, then get into politics and all that, but you're not going to get anywhere in the path. And politics is the new religion. You can't even go out in society and openly tell someone what party you're affiliated with for fear of being ridiculed, beaten up, whatever. Now that's really bad. But that's how polarized it is. And you people know it. And just so what? That's what I call the human consciousness. And every time I see it, I just bow my head. I just say, oh, Anami, thank you so much for pulling me out of that pig pen. The human consciousness. This is how people have to live. All that dissension, anger, agitation, just over some little political viewpoint. Anyway, just a friendly word of advice, okay? Okay. Stay above it. I want you to be Chelas. We're getting out of here. Let the world suffer like they are. That's their problem. And what's so interesting, you can't change it. You can't change it. They say, oh, get politically involved, and now you're dead meat if you do that. But these things can't be changed. They're meant to be this way, you see? And people are striving for peace and harmony. And can't we have it where there's no wars and all the races get along and harmony and peace? No, that's impossible. That's the false dream that the world has. And it's never changed. It's just never changed. And this is a point I try and hit on a lot. Even in the evolution of our civilization, we say, well, we're better off than anyone's ever been. We're the highest civilization ever. Well, maybe in one way, but in another way, we haven't evolved at all. The passions of the mind, they're the killer. And Cro-Magnon man, and Neanderthal, and the cavemen in prehistoric times had the 5 passions. When have we got rid of the 5 passions of the mind? That's singularly your biggest challenge, is the 5 passions of the mind that are in your own consciousness right today. And you're doing your best to neutralize and counteract those so you can get some truth and spirituality in your own consciousness. And so the 5 passions of the mind possibly might even be stronger today than they were thousands and thousands and even millions of years ago. So in the sense, everything stayed the same, and one would say, wow, it seems like after all that time we could make things better. No, things can't get better. That's the point. People think we can go out into the world and bring harmony and peace, and the Kale won't let it happen. If you want harmony and peace, and you want to get above the fray, there's one way. And that is by getting off of the wheel of 84, going inside to your third eye, and starting to develop your consciousness to the point where you actually get off the wheel of 84 which is right here in Tricuti, big wheel. This is what you want to get off. And when you can get off the wheel of 84, then you get to leave the world and the conditions and your own lower ego mind consciousness as well. So that's the only way to solve it. And in fact, as you well know, the whole thing is a setup. You talk about this wheel, I'm digressing a little bit, but this wheel of 84, which is 8,400,000 different types of species. Did I write that right? I think I did. A major wheel here, it's purposefully meant to be full of dissension and argument, agitation, inharmonious situations, and it drives one nuts. And we do our best. We pull out the pot, we pull out the liquor, we pull out family albums, whatever. We do our best to get past the heartache and the pain every one of us has experienced. We do our best. We try and drown it out. We rationalize, we deny, we project our problems onto our wife or husband or children. We do anything we can to take this crippling blame game off of ourselves. And we've all done it for just thousands of lifetimes. And every one of us have failed. And the whole thing is it's a big cosmic joke where it's just meant to do what, Gary? Drive you nuts. No, I'm not killing time. I'm trying to make a good point here. And but you see, the reason I'm saying this is when you start to see it, you go, my God, Gary's right. It's a damn setup. I've been set up, and it is. The lower worlds, the way Satpurush and Anami have set the world up is it's just enough grit and agitation to force us to keep looking for the truth, look for the answers. How do I get rid of the pain? And so we run to happiness. Everyone's trying to be happy, and that's why I say they try drugs and drink and sex and money and pleasure of all types. But you see, when you pick the apples of pleasure off a tree, you automatically are going to have to pick the apples of pain. You try and do away with this inharmonious situation here, and so people use pleasure to do so. And it works for several yugas. It does. And we try everything. But in time, it all turns on you. Just when it's supposed to pay off, it turns to pain. Or it's yanked away. So even our famous attachments, drugs, drink, sex, whatever, even they leave one in time. And one says the thrill is gone. I'm still unhappy, you see. What's the point? You see? And then here comes the master. You see, you get to the point where you're just totally frustrated. So the activists out there that are trying to make the world a better place, that's wonderful. And it can become better marginally or in degree. But the divine powers are not going to let the world become a perfect place because it's the backdrop for soul's evolution. And so there's that pin, that prodding we're always going through. But it's meant to be a catalyst to make us search more deeply, deeper self-introspection and self-analysis. And we start to get to the base of one thing and then the base of another thing, and we just keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. Until finally we realize that we got to get off the wheel. This year, our karma, our reincarnation is killing us. So I'm not much behind the political scene because it's a necessary exercise for people to have experiences, but for chelas it is not. And let this world be like it is. It's going to stay this way. It has to stay this way. Okay.